Hey guys, it's almost hay season, but before we can go cut hay, we've got some prep work to do on the TYM and many other projects along the way. So be sure you're subscribed if you are not already. We're gearing up for our first grass hay cut of the year. Let's go.
You'll see when I pick that thing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're gonna pick up the tractor?
Yep, just a little bit, enough to take the weight off.
So we're going to take a look at another field back here. This is one of our small fields by the house. This will be the second year of harvest of this field. It had a really rough time growing in. You can still see there's a lot of bare spots. This was the field that Eric planted the first half of it, 50 pounds per acre on accident. Definitely a lot of weeds. Last year we should have gone through and overseeded, but we didn't because we sold our seeder. So this field is looking a little bit rough. Unfortunately, when I overseeded and when I manure spread these fields, we got no rain. We still have had pretty much no rain. I mean, you can see that there's just like nothing growing. And when I overseeded, actually you can see right here, see it's not even closing this in. Going too deep too. Look how deep that is. And I had it set as low as it possibly could go,
because none of our fields appear to be doing very well thanks to the lack of rain, the extremely hot temperatures very early in the season, and then plenty of frost. I decided to put in an emergency crop of teff hay grass. Teff is a warm season grass. You have to plant it every year because it dies once the frost hit. We planted it before in that other field and it did great. So I'm really hoping that despite the low fertility of this area, the teff really might help to condition the soil and give us a little bit of a padding in our hay crop. This field here has always been low fertility. It hasn't really grown much except for Queen's Anne lace, which grows nearly anywhere. And this ugly little swamp grass that just doesn't really do much.
What?
Never use the metal caps.
Okay.
That's why I put plastic on your.
Okay.
They tend to get stuck on there, and then you break it off, and
Oh, like they corrode together or they fuse? what is the biggest tractor you've used to lift with this?
I haven't found it yet.
You haven't found a big one yet?
I can pick up just about any tractor depending on how it's fit.
What's the biggest one you've done so far? Like
Big articulated cases.
oh, like
John
that
Deere's.
the quad
Combine,
tracks.
I picked up the side of a combine before.
Oh,
To
okay.
get it off the ground, you have to.
Yeah. What's the smallest tractor you've ever done?
A lot more.
A lot more.
It's like a salt brine combine, and then it's got an acid neutralizer, I
Okay.
guess, to kill whatever the corrosiveness.
So make it basically like water,
Yeah.
like neutral,
Yep.
pH neutral.
Yep. Yeah, pH neutral. Yep.
And it's called
TL90.
TL90. Okay. And then you guys don't like the beet juice because it smells like
Smells, it foams up. It's the worst stuff in the world.
and is it sticky?
It's sticky when it dries. Oh yeah, I've had a coat look like somebody's still wearing it. After you throw it in the back of the truck and go to pick it up, it looks all hard. And,
Oh wow, like you got coated in candy dip.
yep.
Well, interesting. Okay, and then this stuff doesn't freeze in the winter.
No.
And you said that for every gallon it's 11 to 12.
11 to 13 pounds.
11 to 12, and how many
That's on
pounds?
concentration.
How many pounds did you put in each tire?
750 pounds, 700 pounds.
Each tire?
In each tire, yeah. 65
Wow.
gallons each tire.
So now how much weight do you think you'll be able to lift with the grapple?
More than it'll lift.
More than previously. So it's gonna be really solid then.
Yeah, definitely.
Now is this gonna cause it to sink in the mud at all?
No, you should be able to drive right through the mud. It'll just have more traction when you're going through it.
Oh, okay.
It'll keep you from spinning.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Weight back there.
So this should definitely be able to hold our hay grapple with a full set of bales.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah, you'll be able to take round bales, no problem. No problem.
Well, we're doing square bales, but yeah.
The big ones or the little ones?
No, the little ones, but we've got a grapple that picks up 10 at a shot.
Oh, so 500 pounds, 600.
Yeah, plus the grapple.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
problem. That's one tire there. So.
All right, awesome. Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, we'll give you a call when we get back.
Okay. All right, so we are going to go through and we're going to prep one of our fields to be able to seed teff. So the first thing we're going to have to do is spray the field. That means killing off all the orchard grass that I planted last year and all the queens on lace and all of the junk that is growing there right now. So we have our tank sprayer right here. We use this spray side by side to spray smaller areas of field. It gives me a lot better control of where I'm going. So this is what we're putting down. I got this at Tractor Supply, and it's about like $35 or so. It's 41% glyphosate. I know there's a lot of negative thoughts on Roundup. This is essentially Roundup. It is the off-brand of Roundup. A couple things that I'm going to point out with this is, first of all, the safety protocol. So Eric was saying that this is about 800 pounds, the box blade, and then each tire's got 750.
Yeah, that's 750 pounds. Then you got 1,500 pounds of tires, right?
Yeah,
1,000 pounds.
yeah. It seems like it's doing a lot better. Alright, so it looks a little chaotic in this part, but Eric actually decides to take the grapple out and do a test run as to how well it handles. Now, he can't actually test the hydraulics because he doesn't have the right connectors. So while it does look a little sketchy how he's driving it, he is in fact going to be driving it very similarly during hay season, so he's trying to get a feel for how well it's going to carry the grapple. And of course, when the grapple is full of hay bales, you're not going to be driving around like that anyway. So now, I know a lot of you guys have asked what's happening with our upcoming house build. Well, right after we started planning our house build, lumber prices shot through the roof. But we did look at one other option, and that was hiring the Amish to come out and at least erect the timber frame structure for us. Let's go.
So we went up north to go visit an Amish man who was supposedly a very skilled builder with timber frames. We do have a lot of Amish out here, but only a few are equipped to handle the large logs that timber frames provide. When we met him at his farm, he already had several massive beams cut and ready to go. Most of the beams were 12 inches wide, and right here is 18 inches wide. And he does a mortise and tendon system. And then it was off to go look at a house that he had built 16 years ago.
Those logs on the inside then? They are, yeah. That time.
Right away, we could see that he had a massive attention to detail, a creative eye, and a skilled hand. But again, this was 16 years ago.
So how old is this house?
I would say
That's really cool.
probably either 16 or 17.
Wow.
It's probably 16. 2016.
And then he took us down the road a little further to go look at a house he was currently working on. Now this house he had been working on for about 2 years. He started out with the cement work and then the beams. This is a 2-story addition that he's putting on this cabin. And again, the beams are massive. He even has a crane that he rents to lift the beams up with. But if this is what he's gotten done in 2 years, it's not looking very promising that he can get us a house frame put up within just a month or so. Talking for a bit, we finally said goodbye, and Eric and I both agreed that he seemed very overbooked and very busy. And by the time we left, he really didn't seem quite as interested in working on our project once we showed him what the paperwork looked like on it.
Right now, we're not in a rush. We're not going to be doing any sort of home loan or anything like that. So we're just going to hold tight and wait for prices to come back down. So I'll keep you guys posted as far as what's happening with the house build. Eric has suggested a couple other ideas, but ultimately when it comes down to it, we really just like that plan that we picked out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really look forward to seeing your comments down below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If anything, just because I have to put up with that all day. So we've got some really exciting stuff coming up for hay season. Stay tuned, and it is coming up soon.